Going on, guys? I'm Cliff Chance, and this is it any good? With this video, we're going to talk about the new horror thriller comedy Ready or Not. Just came out this week. The plot of this movie is fairly simple. Kind of an original idea too. I'm sure something like this has been done before. I just haven't seen it. But there's this rich family who ancestor made a deal with somebody that kind of helped them get rich. Anytime somebody new is married into the family, they have to play a game with the new member, bride or groom, and they have a device that picks a game at random. But if it's hide and seek, then most of the games are fairly harmless, but unless it's hide and seek, and then the members of the family have to try and kill the new member of the family before dawn or something bad happens. Samara Weaving plays the bride Grace in this movie, who kind of gets thrown into this not knowing what's happening to her. But that's pretty much the plot. I knew nothing about this movie until about a month and a half ago. I saw a poll on Rotten Tomatoes that asked what August release are you most excited for, and this one was actually leading, and I hadn't even known anything about it. So I watched a trailer for it. It looked like a pretty good movie, a crazy movie, which it was. But that was the first time I heard anything about this. So I kind of went into it not knowing what to fully expect. The previews did make me excited for it. But this movie was very enjoyable. There's the good in this movie. The cast, everybody in the cast does a great job. There are three standouts. I'm not going to talk about everybody, but there's three standouts. Samara Weaving, who is actually Hugo Weaving's niece. She does a good job as Grace, this bride kind of thrown into this craziness. Henry Zerzny, I don't know how to say his last name. I sure just destroyed it right there. But he was the patriarch of this family. I've seen this actor. He was in the first Mission Impossible. He's been in a couple, I think, the Harrison Ford, Jack Ryan movies. But he does a good job as the patriarch of this family. Like, he kind of tried to plan everything out, but not really knowing what he's doing. So I think this hide and seek card's only been pulled out a couple of times, so he doesn't really have a lot of experience with trying to hunting and murdering somebody down. Adam Brody, I thought he did a fantastic job in this movie. Kind of took me by surprise because think of the goofy kid from the OC, or I mean, he's always had that one character that he's always played, and he actually does pretty good with the drama in this movie for his character. It really kind of surprised me. I thought he did a fantastic job. I mean, he's still got some goofiness to him because everybody in this movie does. Because the rest of the cast, they do a good job playing the quirkiness of these rich characters. I think Adam Brody's character makes the comment, the rich are weird, and in this movie they very much are. Whether because they believe they have to do this sacrifice to stay rich or something bad will happen. But the rest of the cast does a great job showing the different quirks of the different family members. I mean, they're all alcoholics. Some of them's doing cocaine throughout the entire movie, trying to pump herself up whenever she keeps failing at trying to kill the bride. Which is some funny scenes, which leads to the humor in this movie is actually very good. I found myself laughing a good deal, and it's not humor that takes you out of the horror aspect of the movie. It kind of just all rolls into one. It's a good horror comedy. The suspense, the horror in this movie, the kills are all fantastic, whether or not they happen by accident or somebody kills somebody on purpose. They're all very entertaining and fun to watch. Some of them can be a bit gory, but it's not over the top. The bad in this movie, there's very few things. There's a couple plot twists that happen that you're able to see coming. Like, they're very predictable. Like, from the start of the movie, it's like, this character's going to do this or that character's going to do that. It's just very predictable. Other than like two or three characters, you don't get much background on some of the characters. They do focus more on the family than they do on Grace. I kind of wish they focused a little bit more on her as far as background building, like where'd she come from. They do mention she grew up in a foster home, so the idea of family is very important to her. But other than that, they just don't do a lot of background building for any of these characters, except for like two or three of them. And they all seem like they're interesting characters, so I wanted to know more about them. But they just don't focus on that enough. All in all, I thought this was a very fun movie. It's very entertaining. I think it's going to be if you already knew about this movie and are looking forward to it, I think you will enjoy it. But it's a good horror comedy. And I'm gonna give it a. Been kind of going back and forth on this. I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I did really enjoy it. I actually look forward to buying it on Blu-ray. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. I'm Cliff Chance. This is It Any Good? Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.